December 2nd. How everybody doing? Smoke break. I just got back from Walgreens in Diego. There's about 10 of these stores, or 11 of them. They got quite a bit. Picked up a zip of some shake and 2 jars of diamonds. Diamonds are forever. That's what I'm talking about. Seems like I paid more this time. It was like 81 bucks, something like that. I don't know. Seems like, I think on my last come up, I only paid 60. They charged me extra 20. Whatever. Anyway, I hope y'all had an excellent Thanksgiving. And Lord knows I did, man. I grubbed so fucking hardcore at my sister's house. It was ridiculous. I was shitting for days the next day. I ate damn good. Missed out on the gumbo, though. She fixed me some gumbo, too. But I was already too full. I couldn't eat. So then, I was over in Hemet for Thanksgiving. But man, we was talking with the family, and they was telling me about my Uncle Derek. So my Uncle Derek, he's been in the hospital, right? And I had talked to him a couple weeks ago, and I thought he was doing Gucci. He said he only needed some medicine he was waiting on. It ran $400, and that he was going to be up out of there. Look at that. Put that up in there. That's how I get down. I mix it up in there. I can't have all the diamonds in one shot. So anyway, I hit him up. He didn't answer. And now I found out during Thanksgiving dinner why he didn't answer. Turned out my uncle was on life support. And they told me that during Thanksgiving dinner. So let me tell you about my uncle. Now, I grew up rough, tough, and dangerous, RTD. Heavy into gangbanging, all that, in L.A. Then they moved me up to Oaktown, right, to kind of get me out of trouble. Well, a person like me, it ain't a good idea to be in Oaktown, especially during that time, in that era. So my uncle came over. He was like, talk to my dad. He goes, you know what? My nephew will be better with me. I can straighten him out. And he was living in Livermore, so on the outskirts of Oakland. So he was like, come live with me. I was like, fuck it. He owned a detailing business at the time. He ended up opening a restaurant, a barbecue spot in Modesto. Best damn barbecue ever. So I went and lived with him. And it's a good thing because I was working and he got me into reading motivation books. Prior to that, I never read motivation books. And those motivation books, and I've told them all these years, those motivation books saved my life. Because seriously, I was getting in so much damn trouble. I didn't think I was going to make it to 18. So, a lot of my success that I've had in my life, I owe it a lot to him. You know, he really saved my life. So those of you who are having issues, I highly recommend reading motivation books. It will literally change your life. So now when I found out he on life support, called my aunt about it on Friday. I'm like, what's going on with him? Well, he got off of life support, which is a good thing. But she said he's doing bad. He's having to do dialysis. He's got issues. He ain't paying attention to the nurses. I guess he was in the hospital. Got tired of it. He said, fuck y'all, and left. Went home. And he had to go back a few days later, and it was way worse. So I was like, you know what? Let me figure it out and get up there. So I ended up leaving up there to the Bay on Saturday. So I took 3 days off. Went up there Saturday. I just got back this morning. So I'm actually back here in San Diego. I'm like, damn, man. My uncle died. Now we all gonna die one day, but y'all know I'm trying to leave the country, and I'm trying to leave for a year. And I didn't want to leave and not see him. Especially him. So I went up there with, to be honest with you, with intentions of staying a week. I only stayed a few days because, fuck, man, it was cold as fuck in the Bay. I'm like, oh, hell no. This San Diego weather got me spoiled. So, spent some time with my aunt, got out there Saturday night, and my aunt and I is at the hospital. So, visiting hours up, and we are leaving out the hospital. And as we walking out, the nurse walks up to us, says, be careful going outside because there was just 15 kids shot. This is in Stockton. You can look it up, right? I looked at the lady. I said, 15 kids got shot? She said, yeah, 15 kids. So they had locked down the ER in the hospital we was in. And I'm like, wow. Like, serious gang banging shit, right? But these gangsters, that shit is so way out. Dude was having a party for his 6-year-old daughter. And these motherfuckers shot the whole goddamn thing up. 15 people shot. 4 people died. 3 of them were kids. It was like a 9-year-old, 11-year-old, I think a 14-year-old, and a 21-year-old. They didn't say the ages of the other 11 people, but it's a kids' party. And that shit is just mind-blowing, man. America is too dangerous to have kids in. And you know what, all this little traveling and shit I be doing, I always get asked this question. Is it dangerous over there? Shut the fuck up. America is dangerous as fuck, bro. Seriously. You know, back when I was gangbanging, none of us was shooting up kids. Well, I guess since you could say I was a teenager, I was still a kid. But it wasn't like we shooting up 9-year-olds, 6-year-olds. That shit is so disturbing. And then I'm watching videos on trying to put the pieces together yesterday. And one of these fucking dumbasses, I guess on the other gang, he posted a video. Well, I condone that kind of, that kind of violence, no problem, whatever. Really? You okay with kids getting shot on some gang violence shit? Y'all know the number one killer for kids in America is guns. So I don't want to hear it. Motherfuckers say, is that thing? Man, y'all shut the fuck up. Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica, even Cuba is safer than America. And don't let me get started on Japan. So yeah, y'all be saying that shit because you're in a bubble. And you ain't realizing This fucking country's dangerous. Somebody need to do something about these fucking guns. It keeps getting worse and worse. Common sense. Look, when I went to Cuba, and I found out Cuba doesn't have any gun violence, and in Cuba a woman can walk around on the streets in the middle of the night. The reason why they ain't got no gun violence, because they ain't got no motherfucking guns. Common sense. If you put a lot of cars on the road, the more cars you put on the road, the more car accidents you gonna have. That's just the way life works. So in this country, the more guns people buy, the more gun violence we have. That's why every day these shootings keep getting higher and higher. Every year. It's not going down, it's going up. Every year, it gets worse and worse. And I get it. It's a capitalist country, right? Every time one of these school shootings happens, or that shit in Stockton happens, guess what? Everyone goes, oh man, I need to protect myself. Let me go buy a gun. And then gun sales go up. So for these gun companies, the owners of them, these school shootings is TV commercials for them. They make more money when the shit jump off like this. So they don't give a fuck who kids getting shot. They only care about their money. And then they pay the politicians. Politicians don't do nothing about it. They just turn a blind eye. Capitalist country. That's why the violence keeps getting worse and worse and worse. That's a reality of America. So, at what point is it going to be enough's enough? I'm telling you, I've been thinking about it lately, and I think once I make my full transition, full-time in the insurance, I think I'm going to sit down, start a GoFundMe account to buy bulletproof vests for elementary schools. That's how bad it's gotten in America. Now, I mentioned it before. I'm 51 now. Beauty of being a man. We can have kids anytime we want. I'm thinking about having a couple more kids. Give me one of these 20-year-olds. Pop a couple up in there. But I ain't going to do that shit in this country. Hell to the fuck no. I ain't doing it. And I don't suggest you do it. If you're watching this video. Don't have no kids in this country. It ain't worth it. So, I'm going to keep track of the story on the Stockton thing, because whoever did this shit, I want them to know that they got caught. And in my opinion, I know we got our justice system and all that shit here, but in my opinion, for these animals to do something like that, they need to have gasoline poured on them, set on fire, put their ass out, pour gasoline on them again, and set them on fire again. That's what kind of torture these stupid fucks should get. Now, y'all know how it is with gang violence. Retaliation is a must. So now they probably up there right now trying to shoot and kill each other's kids, bro. Fucking kids. You know, it's bad enough with the school shootings. That's horrible in itself. When is it gonna end? When is it gonna end? I can't wait to get the fuck up out of this country. For real. But my uncle, hopefully he's gonna survive. I mean, he's in his 70s, you know what I mean? But, you know, I looked it up with ChatGPT, dialysis. You know, some people live decades on dialysis. But it sucks he probably has to do it every day or 3 times a day or whatever amount. You know what I mean? But that sucks, but I get it. He hard-headed. He don't like taking medicine. I don't like taking medicine. And he was telling my aunt, I'd rather just die at home and still go through all that shit. That's kind of probably the attitude I would have too. So I don't know. I told Aunt, I go, well, you know, I love you. You changed my life. And I just hope you make it through and get some more years, you know. I don't know if how he want to be buried, if he wants to be buried or cremated. Me, I let it be known Thanksgiving dinner, when my time comes, cremate me. My dad would say, put me in the air fryer. And then my sister reminded me, she goes, and I didn't forget, you said to make sure your phone is with you too. You're goddamn right. Put my phone, put me in the air fryer. I don't want none of you motherfuckers going through my phone. When my dad was sick in the hospital, knocked out, tubes in his mouth, everything. And I'm in that hospital room with my two sisters. And one of my sisters said, grab his phone. Let's look into his phone. I said, hell no. You better not go to my dad's phone. Why not? Don't be going through his phone. Hell, fuck no. We ain't gonna insult this man like that. Well, ain't nothing wrong with it. Bullshit. Don't be going through my dad's phone. Then when my dad woke up out of his situation, I snitched on their ass. I said, Dad, they was trying to go through your phone. And I stopped him. He said, good job, son. Yeah. Don't be going through a man's phone. That's why if something happened to me, fuck that. Put my phone. Don't unlock it. Don't give it to the police. None of that shit. My phone is sacred. And all my secrets is coming with me. Let's smoke this gas. Come on, Kobe. Alright, so now I'm back. I gotta focus. I really couldn't afford to take 3 days off from working, but it was well worth it. Had to see my uncle. Had to. You know, he emailed you this morning though. So as of right now, my nigga's still alive. I just hope it's like that for a while. And if he dies before I get back in a year, but thank God for Zoom. You know. Me personally, I don't want no funerals. COVID burnt me out on funerals. Burnt me out. Can't do it, bro. It was just so many during COVID time. And my homie Lemar passed away. And by that time, man, it was so many goddamn funerals I went to. I was just like, this is depressing. I don't remember asking my partner Knuckles. I said, well, when's this funeral? Lemar, special cat to me. My car dealership I used to own, I had started. Lemar was my very first investor. Shot me $2,000. Helped me get started. I gotta go to his funeral. But turned out, he never wanted a funeral. No services, no nothing. He got cremated, and that was it. I said, damn, I ain't never heard about someone not having a funeral. And that's how it's gonna be for me. No services, nothing. I got YouTube videos for y'all. Playing Instagrams, Facebook. I'm gone. It's time for me to check out, that's it. Just say happy birthday to me on Facebook. Alright, so now I'm back. Today is Tuesday. I gotta grind it out. Y'all about to see my thumbnails. Excited about that. What I'm not excited about is, like right now I'm shooting a video. I typically post it the same day. Won't be that kind of party. It takes my dude about 5 days to make it happen. So, All I can do is line them up. So days ain't gonna be matching. But it's cool. Y'all know I needed some thumbnails. Actually, I had ordered 10 of them from this dude. I'm about to buy another 10. But he hasn't got the 10 I paid for done yet. But he has till tomorrow. So yeah, man, I'm gonna get it cracking, get the money for the leads, start going back to Mexico. So when will I be in Mexico? Maybe sometime next week. I know tomorrow I go with my buddy Jaime. He's gonna train me on the website so I can sell IULs, annuities. I was speaking to my auntie's boyfriend, Ed, about buying an annuity. I said, hey, Ed, put up $100 grand for an annuity. You can't lose any money. You just eat off of it. I go, you do that, man. My commission is $6,500. I'll buy a one-way plane ticket. The fuck up out of here. So Ed, I'm actually gonna hit up Ed. I said, man, I got my training this week. I go, I'll let you know the details of it. You know. But yeah, I'm stoked, man. I got products. Hey, like, share, subscribe, and if you really want to support my channel, you could buy mortgage protection for me, an IUL, final expense, an annuity, and soon, I don't know how soon, I think I'm giving myself like 2 or 3 months to study for that property and casualty. At least I got the certificate. But soon, you'll be able to buy car insurance from me. Home insurance. I can do mortgage protection, but I can't do home insurance yet. Business insurance, rental insurance. Sky gonna be the limit. But keep it 100 on that property and casualty. Even though I got the certificate done, I gotta do a lot more studying. And last week I just took a break from it, but I'll be back on it next week where I'm studying every day and get that one handled. And I'm in 17 states. So if you're watching this video, you can tell me what state you're in. If I ain't in your state yet, I'll just go ahead and pay the fee and get licensed there. I do want to get licensed in all the states. But 17 is a good amount. And a lot of these lead generators, come on, Kobe, take a poop. They want you to have at least 10 states. So I'm in 17, but I have no idea how much it cost me, but I paid for it. Where you going, Kobe? No, man. Come on. Come on. I don't know why you just can't poop right here. You know, so, but yeah, I just want to get on here and vent a little bit. Something severely wrong with the society. You know, one thing I'm thinking about with kids, if I lived at a school, if I went to a school where I had to put on a bulletproof vest, best believe when I get older, some shit gonna change. You know, I think it's a good idea. What y'all think? The GoFundMe, buy some bulletproof vests. At least it'll make a statement. Because, hey, to keep it 100, that's what it has come to in this country. So once again, don't you ever, motherfuckers, ever tell me, oh, Mexico dangerous. Colombia dangerous. Just shut the fuck up. Clean up your own goddamn backyard. Man, this is some gas. Get my munchies up. I didn't even smoke all day yesterday. I just want to get that trip over with. Man, going up there in a Tesla, bro, I had to charge a car 4 times. So you figure an hour each time. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. So driving up there took me all motherfucking day. I ain't gonna feel too bad. Well, you know, before I used to work in Frisco all the time. You know, the most I made in Frisco driving, it was $125,000 in 1 year. Not bad. And I had a cool ass routine. I would leave from SoCal, make whatever I could up to Magic Mountain, shut off Magic Mountain, get up to Livermore, and then make a couple hundred once I get there. And then the next day, I do 300, 400, 500 a day. I love them $500 days. I would get in at least 400 a day. It was quite a bit. But I was driving a gas car. So I just fill up once and keep it pushing. But with an electric car, that extra 4 hours of downtime on top of that long drive just wipes me out. All right. Hope y'all Thanksgiving was well. Mine was great. I was happy to spend time with my family over here. Spend time with my family up in the Bay. All in all, it was great. And now I'm ready to get up out of here. Sophia hit me up. She was like, "More, when you getting here to Columbia?" I said, "I don't know yet." I said, "I'll know by next week." She goes, "Oh, her birthday's on December the 7th. She my weed connect. I might have to look out for her on her birthday." That's the only Colombian girl I send money to. I learned, hey, when I first started going over there, they would get money from me all the time. No more Western Union poppy here. Hell motherfucker no. But Sophia, I make an exception for her. Cause she's my weed connect, and it's the only weed connect I got. So I might send her a little something. She was like, "I hope you have been here for my birthday." I said, "Me too." But hey, the next thing for me to get done, I gotta sell some deals. So I'm gonna work on that. Hasta luego. Dude, I want to show y'all my favorite hole in the wall. El Papas Fritas. Came here to get a bacon wrap burrito, bro. He's got this monster burrito I want to try out, too. I heard he got a burrito here. It's takes you 2 days to eat it. I haven't ordered that one yet. But that bacon wrap burrito, slapping. Yeah, this one right here. Oh yeah. Ooh, take a look at this bacon burrito. Oh my God. Man. One piece, Kobe? There you go. Yeah, I just had to show y'all that. I swear before I leave here, I gotta get that dude's $33 burrito. That's the one that takes 2 days. Go away, man. You got your food down there. Yeah, definitely before I leave the country, got to do that. Hasta luego.